Back in October 2016, my girlfriend Emily and I decided to take a break from our busy city lives and rented an Airbnb in a small town in New England. I found this old colonial house that looked charming in the photos, quaint, historical, you know the type. We thought it would be a cozy, romantic getaway. Boy, were we wrong. We got there just as the sun was setting, and the house looked like something out of a movie. Big stone walls, ivy creeping up, surrounded by huge oak trees. The place was a bit eerie, but we shrugged it off, thinking it was just because it was old. The first night was fine, aside from the usual creaky noises you'd expect from an ancient house. But on the second night, Emily woke me up in the middle of the night. She said she heard footsteps outside our bedroom door. I told her it was probably just the house settling, trying to calm her down. But the footsteps kept going, back and forth, all night. It was weird, but we laughed it off the next morning. Then things got stranger. On the third morning, we woke up to find the kitchen chairs moved. They were all turned away from the table, just sitting there in a row. Neither of us had done it, but we tried to brush it off, thinking we must have been too tired and forgot. But, man, it was unsettling. By the fourth night, the weirdness ramped up. We were sitting by the fire when suddenly a cold draft blew through and put out the flames. I checked all the windows, but they were shut tight. I tried to make light of it, but it was clear we were both getting pretty freaked out. Then, the noises started. We heard whispers, shuffling, and once, what sounded like crying coming from somewhere in the house. And our stuff started moving around. My phone ended up in the freezer one morning, and Emily's hairbrush was found in the attic. Neither of us had put them there. On the sixth night, I woke up to Emily calling my name. But when I turned to look at her, she was sound asleep. I got up to check it out, and as I stepped into the hallway, I felt this icy chill and heard my name whispered again, clear as day. But there was no one there. The last night was the worst. We decided to stay up and see if we could figure out what was going on. Around midnight, the house just went nuts. Doors slammed shut on their own, the chandelier in the dining room started swinging, and the old grandfather clock, which hadn't worked the whole time we were there, suddenly chimed 13 times. It was like the house was alive. We huddled on the couch, just holding each other, scared out of our minds. The air felt thick and heavy, like we were being watched. We didn't see anything, but we could feel it. Then, just as suddenly as it started, everything stopped. The house went silent, and it was over. As soon as the sun came up, we packed our stuff and got out of there as fast as we could. Driving away, we both felt this huge sense of relief, like a weight had been lifted off our shoulders. We didn't really talk about what happened, but it definitely left a mark on us. Even now, years later, I sometimes think about that old house. I wonder if the spirits of its past residents are still there, waiting for their next unsuspecting guests. And whenever I hear an unexplained noise or feel a chill, I can't help but remember those nights and shiver, glad to be far away from that haunted place.